Shalom, shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, pushing this 100% truth of the gospel, waking up and sealing the elect of the nation of Israel through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai. And salutations to you sincere Archimedes that are pushing this gospel in righteousness and sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. Yeah, I'm back on the iPhone. Well, that's just life. Well, that's just life. But anyway, going into this lesson, Jake, people Israelites, we catch a lot of hell on this steady. And right now, we're moving into this time of great tribulation, the time of, the hour of temptation, the time when the whole world will be tried, in the time of Jacob's trouble, going into Jeremiah 30 verse 8, I believe. When Esau will come down, the wicked will come down as a flood. They'll bring that. Put that hell upon the earth. So let me first get the book of James chapter 1, and I'll start from verse 1. Book of James chapter 1 verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushai Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting, my brethren. Count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that she may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Okay, so the scriptures right there are plain, that when we fall into all these diverse temptations, we should see it in gladness, we should see it in joy. Whenever hell the Most High brings on us, we still praise the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because even the scriptures talk about that, whether for good or for evil. And let me see if I can get that. That's in the book of Jeremiah. Basically, the background. Let me talk about that. It's whether for good or for evil, we would pray. I think it's whether for good or for evil. It will either will praise the name of the Most High, or will do the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Let me get that. Here it is, Jeremiah 42 verse 6, and it reads, whether it be good or whether it be evil, we will obey the voice of Yahweh, our power, to whom we send thee, that it may be well with us when we obey the voice of Yahweh, our power. Okay, so that was the precept I was trying to get, but the precept I actually wanted to go to is, whether for in the book of Job, and after the Most High put that hell on Job, he said that, the scriptures say, as he rent his garment and said, Yahweh giveth and Yahweh taketh away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. And that's the spirit that we should be in. No matter what happens to us, we should be in that spirit of blessed be the name of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. Barak Atha Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. That means bless the Lord Yahweh in the name of his son Yahushai. Alright, let me see if I can get that. Here it is. Book of Job chapter 1 verse 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Yahweh gave and Yahweh hath taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. And for background, you can go back up and read the book of Job chapter 1 from the top, and you see the news that these men were bringing to him, the reason why he was praising Yahweh Bashim Yahushai like this. Okay, he wasn't receiving good news, he was receiving bad news, and he still praised the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And this is an example for us to follow, as the scripture says that all scripture is written for and I forget how it goes, but basically that all scriptures are written for our learning. Okay, the things that are written aforetime are written for our learning, so that we through patience might have hope. Going into the word patience, which means to suffer. And that is what we have come into this truth to do. Okay, if going into I believe that is the book of Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. My son, if you come to serve the Most High, okay, prepare yourself for temptation, because that's what I've come to do. So The precept that that I actually read that inspired this video, and I made that precept the title of this video is let me go to that, the book of the book of Maccabees, second Maccabees, chapter 6 verse 13. Second Maccabees chapter 6 verse 13, and it reads, I mean second Maccabees chapter 6 verse 12, the 12th chapter. Second Maccabees 6 verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. And that's basically it, man. Because okay, you will see all the hell that our people went through. You will see all the calamities that the people of Israel were going through. From captivity to captivity to captivity, from one hell into another, from one bit of suffering into another. The Most High basically sending all kinds of curses on us. The scriptures have more, have more curses, have more judgments falling upon Israel than any other nation. Okay, you see the Most High talking about all the different things that will happen to us. They will die of famine, die of war, the sword. As the scripture says in the book of Jeremiah, that He will appoint 4 kinds for us. The beast to slay, the sword to slaughter, the famine to take, and the pestilence and all of that. You see all these different bits of all these judgment that the Most High has put on our people, and it can discourage a lot of, and it can discourage the heart of a lot of people in Israel, especially now in these times. That you come out, that you come into the remembrance that you are an Israelite, and you see just how much just how much that we have gone through. But you have to understand that all these things happen for a reason, and that's the beauty of the scriptures right there. Nothing in these scriptures happen without reason. Okay, and the Most High, is gracious enough, merciful enough to always give a reason for why He does something. Okay, to always put a reason for why you should do this. He doesn't just give a law without having a reason. He gives a law, and then gives you a reason why you should do it. Okay, when He talks about majority of the laws was the reason why we keep majority of the laws that we keep is so that there will be a separation between us and the heathen. Okay, so that wherever we are as Israelites, people will know that these people are different, because they do not eat the same foods, they do not have the same practices, they do not even dress the same. Okay, there's always the laws are made for a distinction between the Israelites and the rest of the heathen. Okay, so that wherever you are as an Israelite, whoever you are with, the people will know that this is who you are. Okay, and if wherever you are right now as a person in this truth, and if they don't know that you are a part of this, guess what, you're probably doing something wrong. Okay, because by now everybody should know, everybody should know that you are of, that you are in this truth. Okay, that you are in a Hebrew Israelite, that your ways are different from the ways of the people that are in the world. Okay, so yeah, phone call, had to cut that off. Okay, so I was saying, I have gone through all this hell, but for what? For chastening, to correct our ways, to make our ways aright. Okay, as the scripture says, that is the book of Daniel 9 verse 12. Let me get that. Okay, and all these things that you see, all when you read about all these judgments that fell upon our people, when you read about the captivity, constantly going from captivity to captivity, the way that we were completely destroyed, all the things that the Most High had done to us, all the curses He had put upon us, it can really, it can discourage you, it can make you, feel get a little bit down, it can bring down your spirits, that's what I'm looking for. It can bring down your spirits. But this is the book of Daniel chapter 9 verse 12. And He hath confirmed His word, which He hath spoken against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. So even in scriptures will tell you that that us as the Israelites, that we have received the worst judgment out of all the nations. Okay, and that is because we are the people of the Most High, because we are Yahweh, because we are the seed of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, as written in the book of Hebrews, whom He loves He will chasten. And because the Most High loves us above all the other heathen, our punishment is always 10 times worse than theirs. Okay, so let me get going into I believe that is the book of the way it's like I now have to get that. It was said that the judgment must begin in the house of God, and the reason for that is because let me get. So like I don't even know why this thing always gets messed up. Judgments must. Let me just use this one. Begin house gods. Okay. Okay. I misspelled it. Slakia. Okay. First Peter 4 verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Okay, so what am I simply saying? That we should not be discouraged because of all these calamities that are falling upon our people, because of Jacob's trouble, because of the hell that we're about to go through, because he is targeting us and targeting us alone, because he is setting his eye on us, as the scripture says, book of Second Ezra 15, that there shall be a great insurrection against them that fear the Most High. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still killing and spoiling as they go. What I'm saying is that even if we're about to be put through all kinds of hell, that we should not be discouraged, okay? Because as it just because and let me get that. Let me go to that. I have to open that right now. The editing for chaste, because I just checked this out recently. When I was doing this video, I decided to just check out the root word for the word chaste. So let me bring it out. Let me show you Akiam right now. What the word chaste to chaste, and that is what the word chasing goes back to be chaste. And to chasten, that means to make chaste, and you should know what the word chaste is. It's like I have to get this. I'll call you back. Call you later. Okay. So this is the etym for the word chaste. Chaste. Virtue. And this is the etym now, right now. Virtuous, pure, from unlawful sexual intercourse. From the old French chaste, which is morally pure. From the Latin castos, clean, pure, and morally pure. Okay, so what the Most High is doing by putting these calamities and these tribulations on us right now is to make us chaste. In other words, to make us pure, is to purify us. Okay, because all these things we are going through, it is working. First of all, it's working. Not only is it working our faith, is it working our spirits, to make us stronger, but it's also making us it's also purifying us, as the Apostle Paul said in 2 Corinthians 11 verse 2. He wants to that he would. It's like, let me get that. Let me not butcher it. 2 Corinthians 11 verse 2, and he reads 2 Corinthians 11 verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach. Okay, so that is the reason why we are going through this suffering right now. This I shouldn't say suffering. It's like this tribulation, because it is chastening, and what it is doing is making us pure. Okay, so all the hell are catching, all the history, all the legacy of all the legacy of judgment of going into captivity, of serving our enemies, of what, as the scripture, like the scripture says in the book of Second Ezra, that people had inherited the land but a little. So all of that is happening. Not only is it for our patience, not only is it to strengthen our faith and all that, but also to make us pure, to bring us to make us out those pure virgins that are, as the scripture says, those pure virgins, because those pure virgins that would be acceptable to our Lord Yahweh Shai. Okay, to make us basically to cleanse us of our ways, so that we can be those 144,000, those elects that are wearing those white robes, that were virgins, basically, that had not, let me go there. I have to go to that. I believe that is either Revelations 4 or Revelation 7. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, Revelation chapter 4. Okay, Okay, I think that's verse 8. Okay, yeah, it is. Um, Saki, I'm trying to find out exact precepts. Saki, let me get that. Let me get that. I have to bring it. Saki, I'm trying to bring it out. That's Revelations. Okay, Revelation 14. Alright, so this book of Revelation, chapter 14, and I'll start from verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, as the voice of a great thunder, and I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song, but the 140 and 4,000 which are redeemed from the earth. These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb. And how are we being redeemed in these times? Okay, by this hell that we're catching, by this chastening that the Most High is giving us, okay, to make us clean, to make us pure. And let me just end it right there. So I'm just going to end it with this precept. I just wanted to bring that out because, when I read that precept, when I was reading down the book of Second Maccabees 6, and I read that precept, and then knowing that, knowing those two chapters, Second Maccabees 6 and 7, knowing what it talks about, first of all, that the elder, that's the elders and the men and the women and the six brethren and their mother, all those people that also are people that had to go through hell basically tortured and killed because they wanted to keep the law, starting with the elder that refused to profane the temple and eat that pig's meat, in order to deceive people into accepting unclean flesh into their bodies. And the ones that and the men that kept the Sabbath inside caves, the women that circumcised their children, that were basically paraded, embarrassed and paraded throughout the streets before they were finally killed, and the six brethren and their mother that were tortured and murdered by Esau because they refused to eat defiled meats, basically eat swine. And all these things are coming to our people right now in this time, because these are the same things that he will be doing, when he wants to push that mark of the beast. And this is not something that should discourage us, but it's something that should lift us up and basically empower us, so that, because we will be strengthened by these sacrifices. Because I believe that it even says the same thing in the book of Second Ezra. Let me go back to that. Second Ezra chapter 6. Let me go back to that. And let me look for it. Second Ezra, my bad. I mean Second Maccabees 6. Yeah, that was my bad. I meant Second Maccabees 6. Okay, it is Second Maccabees 6, and I'll start from verse 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and eat swine's flesh. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment, as it behooves them to come, that are resolute to stand out against such things, as are not lawful for the love of life to be tasted. Okay, so in that time, our people were killed, people were suffered, because they wanted to keep the law, because they wanted to serve and follow the Most High to death, because they were faithful unto death. But we have a more, this, in this time that we're in right now, we know through the Spirit and through the prophecy that we will be saved from all this hell that we're about to go through. We'll be saved from Jacob's trouble. We'll be saved from the mark of the beast, from the hour of temptation. Okay, we're not just going to be put to death, like we were in the past. As the teacher says that we have fulfilled our captivity. Okay, the Most High will no longer carry us into slavery. Okay, the Most High no longer allow our people to fall into the hands of these devils, to be basically for these devils and these heathen to have their way with us. That's not going to happen anymore. What is coming now is only salvation for Israel, right, and then the destruction for the rest of and the destruction for the unbelievers. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to end it there. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahwashai, Ba'asham, Rachak, Wadash, Wa Abad Babal, and through the Spirit of you Akia, Mayu Akwa, were edified. Shalom.